It's 95 degrees outside and there's train delays this morning, but I just saw a baby pit bull, so it's a good morning. Hello internet, what is going on with you today? So, I just got out of class for the morning. I had Italian and I also had rolls class. That was good. It's 95 degrees today. It's very hot and I do not like the heat, but gotta just live with it because New York has the climate that both climates that I hate, which is extreme cold and extreme heat. We got both of them. But anyway, I am very hungry, but I'm gonna go downtown, meet up with my mom, have some lunch, and then I still have some time to kill, so I think I'm gonna go to a Starbucks. I have my laptop with me, but I kinda need to mark my score and let me rephrase that. I need to neaten the markings in my score and make them make more sense. So I'm gonna go buy some Post-its and make my staging look less erratic and make my score look all pretty. So yeah. So fun fact, if you ever come to New York, a lot of the trains and buses are messed up on the weekends because that's when they do all the maintenance because less people are on them. But it is currently Monday and it seems that every train in the city is fucked up just because. We are on cup number 2 of Starbucks for the day. So I got released from rehearsal early literally because the room was too hot. Like the room that we were rehearsing in, the room we always rehearse in, was like a sauna. Like it's normally like a little warm in there, which does get uncomfortable, but today it was just like the second you were near the doors you could feel the heat. It was terrible. So they released us like 2 hours early, or if not more, whatever. They released us really early. We just did we ran like 2/3 of the opera. We just skipped some sections, and then they released most of the cast, and we're just gonna do the Angelica Principessa scene, which doesn't have most of the nuns in it. It only has 2 people in it, so only those 2 people and their covers had to stay. But yeah, it's like they were like, all right, the music's fine, it's too hot, we're gonna let you go, we'll do it tomorrow. So because the trains were super messed up this morning, I'm gonna take myself down to 55th Street and get the express bus home from there because I'm sorry. I'm in a subway station, but it's literally just the train. The 6 train isn't messed up, so there's that, but like literally all the options that I have to get home have heavy delays and I'm just not gonna deal with it. I'm gonna pay the $6.50 to be comfortable, and I regret nothing. This is like the epitome of New York laziness. I have a monthly unlimited Metro card, so it doesn't matter how many times I swipe in a day. Literally gonna take the train for like 1 stop to avoid walking about 10 blocks. Honestly guys, like 95% of being a performer is not glamorous, and right now I'm having one of those like aggressively not glamorous moments. I'm sitting here, I'm about to upload a vlog and do some work, and I'm soaking my feet because they hurt and they're a little bit swollen because I've been on my feet really a lot in the past few weeks. So finally decided to just soak them in some Epsom salts to make the swelling go down. But yeah, it's not all glamorous. Actually, most of it is not glamorous. Good morning, internet. So, it is once again over 90 degrees, which is lovely. But it's a nice day out, and I don't have such a long day. I should be out of rehearsal at 3:30, and I'm really hoping that that room is not as hot as it was yesterday, because literally, like, the second we like, walked up to the door, and we were, like, in the little hallway before it, we could feel the heat coming out of the room. It was gross. They literally dismissed us because it was too hot. They were like, it's hot, we'll do it tomorrow. But yeah, so I think, and I'm not entirely sure if I'm gonna do this, but I think I might try to go on a bike ride later, but I don't know, we'll see. Like, if it's really super hot, then maybe I won't, because it'll be like the middle of the day, but I was thinking of going along the East River where it would be cooler anyway, so maybe I'll do that. So it's been a relatively short day, but an eventful one. Almost died in an elevator because I got on, and then like the second, like these elevators are already in the building that we rehearse in are pretty fast, but it just like, it was not like the normal, it just like starts flying up between like the first and second floors. It was just like, like, cause it just, I don't know, it was like, this isn't right, and then it like shook, and we were just like, okay. So one guy hit the alarm, like we managed to get out on the third floor with no issue, but then like the guy was like, oh, are you stuck? And we're like, no, the elevator just like started flying upward for no reason. And he's like, oh, it does it all the time. We're like, somehow I doubt that, but okay. Found out that I'm singing on the Highlights concert on Friday, which I wasn't sure about because I was like, well, like I'm in a small role that isn't covered. So they said like in the roles that have covers, the covers are singing on the concert, and if you're in a role that's not covered, you have to sing the role, obviously. So Swordolcina is not doubled. I don't have a cover, so I have to sing it. And I was like, well, I mean, just like from what I was thinking, like I wasn't sure how much of the show they were gonna do, but I do have to sing on that concert. But I have a dress that I bought this weekend. If you saw my Snapchat story about that. And yeah, I'm gonna go for a bike ride because it's a nice day out and I have some free time. So yeah. I just took 2 local trains and got to where I needed to go quicker than the 1 express train that I normally take. Your move, MTA. So I just finished class for this morning and I don't have rehearsal this afternoon, so I now have about 5 hours to kill. So I'm gonna have some lunch. I think I'm gonna park. I have lunch with me, but I think I'm gonna park myself in a Starbucks so I can do some work, do some editing, do some website maintenance, and get some stuff done, and then I'll probably still have time to kill, so I think I'm gonna come back early to the building and get some practicing done before the talk. That is before the masterclass. The talk is at like 6, I think. But yeah, I'm gonna go find me a Starbucks and get cup number 2 of coffee, have some lunch, and work. Good evening, citizens of the internet. So I just got out of the masterclass. Actually ended early. The past 2 have gone over and ended at like 9:30. This one ended at 8:30, which is why it's like sunset, not completely dark right now. But so tonight's masterclass was with Isola Jones, and she was incredible. I mean, like all of these masterclasses have been just so awesome, and like really all of the classes, and honestly like with every day I'm just feeling like, you know, I never forget that this is a once in a lifetime, well hopefully more than that, but that this is really a once in a lifetime opportunity again that I would like to happen more than once in my lifetime. But like I can't, I'm literally speechless because I'm like, I get to do this. I get to sit and watch masterclasses with Isola Jones. Like, I get to work with Martina Arroyo in Roll's class. Like, I get to do this, and I will never stop saying how lucky I feel and how grateful I am. But like, so I forget what I have tomorrow, but Friday we have we normally have classes in the morning and then rehearsal in the afternoon for either like half the afternoon or I Don't Want to Die, okay. Almost got hit by a taxi, lovely. But anyway, on Friday, the entire afternoon, like rehearsals normally end for the day around 6, but rehearsals are running until 8, I believe, on Friday night because we're prepping for the Highlights concert on Saturday, which I am singing in. I bought a gown for it. It's a lovely gown. It was expensive, but it was gonna have to happen sometime. I've somehow made it roughly 5 or 6 years as a classical musician without having to buy a gown. Like, it was gonna happen sometime, and it did. So anyway, again, Pete, my Snapchat story from last Saturday, I don't know, follow me on Snapchat, do that. Anyway, so I'm singing on that because my role is not covered, so I have to sing it because I don't have a cover. The covers are singing on that concert, so yeah, if the role has a cover, the cover's singing. And yeah, I'm feeling pretty energized, which is nice. Like, this happened last week. This happened last week after the masterclass with Sharon Sweet, where I was like walking down Park Avenue like I'm doing right now, and I was like, it's like 9:30 at night, and I'm like bursting with energy. And that's like what people like that do to you, like, who are so inspiring that you're just like, yeah, like now I have energy even though it's nighttime. So yeah, oh my god, I've been talking for 3 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna put you guys down, I'm gonna head home, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. So my mom can't pick me up, so I now have to take an Uber home. I would take the bus, but it's late at night. I live in New York City, do the math. But so like, I was just thinking about this on the train, but like, when I like hail a yellow cab, I look damn cool. Like, you look so damn cool when you hail a cab and like you get it and you're just like Lincoln Center, Penn Station. Like, it's a much cooler process. When I call an Uber, like when I request an Uber on the app, I'm like, hey man, can you take me home? Like, not nearly as cool, but that's what I'm about to do. Internet. I'm gonna try to talk over like the subway that's coming in below me, but anyway, today I actually had a later start to my day, so my commute was a lot faster. I also didn't have to like be on packed trains. I'm walking to the other train that I have to take. I only have to take it one stop, but it stops right under the building that I rehearsed in, and I have about a half hour to go 10 blocks, so I'm gonna chill for a minute. But anyway, I kind of like the whole not commuting at the peak of rush hour thing, even though it's something that doesn't happen often or ever. But yeah, this morning, I have stage combat. We normally have 2 classes, but we only have 1 today because we have an unusually long rehearsal block in the afternoon. So I have that, I have stage combat, and we only had 1 stage combat class so far. It was so much fun, you guys. So I'm just like, really, really excited to do that again. And also, I have a costume fitting, and I have heard from one of my other castmates what the nuns' costumes are like, and they sound complex and heavy and kind of sweaty, but we'll see. I'm just curious to see what they look like, and what it feels like and stuff, and yeah, so that's exciting. I've actually played a nun before, but I guess no 2 habits are the same, I don't know. And then I have rehearsal. So, I wish I could actually like show you some of this stuff, especially like stage combat, but I'm not allowed to vlog in it, but just trust me, it's really cool. So right now I am trying to just walk off a foot cramp that I've had for like an hour. I literally don't know if it's a cramp or if I just have like pain, but I don't know. It's more plausible that I just have random pain, just knowing my body. But anyway, as I was leaving the building to go run over the bank, I saw that they were doing a graduation for Hunter High School, which is one of like the super like brainiac kid high schools. And fun fact, I almost went there. I was offered like, so when I was in the 6th grade, that school starts at like 7th grade, I think, or at least it did when I took the test for it. Anyway, I got a really high score on one of like the state tests and one of the standardized tests, and because of that, I was offered to take the test to test into Hunter, and I didn't study for it. I just showed up and like took the test. I didn't get an offer to go there, but apparently like only a very small percentage, wow, it's foggy out, apparently only like a really small percentage of people get an offer to take it. And then 2 years later, I was in the 8th grade, I took what in New York City we apply to high schools like college. So you essentially go through the college process twice, once when you're around 13 and then again when you're about 17. It sucks. We don't just go to like our district high school because, well, in my case, I don't have a district high school. and the school they would have dumped me at is horrible. So anyway, I took the specialized high school test, and I actually got an offer to go to Lehman College High School, which is, I believe it's also known as Academy of American Studies. Didn't take the offer, opted to go to music school instead. And I've been in music school ever since. But yeah, that's fun fact, I almost went twice. Almost went to like super brainiac, like NASA scientist high school, and then I opted for music school. So take that however you choose to.